Hi guys, this week I want to go over a movement for a change. So just wanted to go over one of the biggest things that I think people have trouble with is doing a push-up. So I've seen this throughout my entire life, and typically being a female, we get a bad rap because we can't do push-ups. So this is actually a movement that I absolutely love and have perfected. So I just wanted to go over a couple modifications for it. So the push-up, you want to make sure that your fingertips are spread nice and wide. So your palm is going to be nice and flat against the ground. Fingertips are nice and wide so that way you get the most out of your push. You're going to keep your elbows back in towards your sides. So if you think about your lat right here, which is that nice back side muscle here, your arm is actually going to brush up against it. When you get into position, your shoulders should always be back and down. So let's go ahead, let's just get into position. So for a push-up, again, your thumb should line up right with that armpit, okay? Shoulder is directly over your wrist, and you're gonna go ahead and get into a nice tall plank. So notice I'm not sinking in my shoulders, and I'm not sinking in my hips, and I'm not doing this weird worm thing, but I'm pushing away from the floor, up through my upper back. I'm squeezing my glutes and locking my hips in place, okay? My feet are about shoulders width, okay? And you're just gonna lower your chest and your hips at the same time. Down to the ground and back up. A lot of times you see this, it's not a push-up, or I'm trying to think, this is not a push-up. Okay, that's all triceps, and I'm broken in my back. I'm gonna lock those hips, I wanna push up through my upper back. So good, nice, tight push-ups, okay? Now, if you do have a wider grip, yes, it's gonna use a little bit more of your chest, your pec muscles, okay? It tends to put a lot of pressure on your shoulders, so you just wanna be careful that you're not going too wide to where you're internally rotating or dumping that shoulder. So from the front, I just wanna show you how the elbows track back. Okay, so we're here, elbows track back, and I push right back up. If I went wide, okay, again, we want the elbows to track back and not this internal rotation here, okay? So to modify, if you can't do a tall push-up, you'll just drop to your knees. Again, make sure you lock those hips in place, squeeze the glutes. So we're gonna start here, lock, push up through the upper back, my elbows go back, and I do this nice, tight push-up, okay? And lastly, you can always elevate your push-up, which is a wonderful modification. You can do this on a bench, a box. You can do it at a desk if you're at work, a countertop, couch, anything you have available to you that's elevated. It's gonna take a little bit off of that push-up and make it a little easier for you. So same thing, get your nice tight plank position, lock those hips, push up through that upper back, drive the elbows back, and bring that chest down at the same time as your hips. Again, we don't wanna let the hips go and then do this, or sink and do this, okay? So here, down, up, and good. So that's the push-up, that's the move for the week.